Yes, hello once again, and welcome to the number one cricket podcast in, wait for it, you won't believe it, 6 countries. Yes, that's right. Something about having the captain of the Indian cricket team, Rohit Sharma, on our last episode has catapulted us to the top in Canada, the USA, Denmark, Italy, India, and of course, our spiritual home, Mauritius. Yes, beautiful Mauritius, where Club Prairie Fire is king. It is the true home of tequila, Tabasco, and the Duckworth-Lewis Stern system. Wonderful, Mauritius. I am the Professor, a lover of varnished leather in my hand and GI lime cordial in my drinks break. Thanks for joining us. Today's podcast, well, it's from one Indian superstar to the next on this show. Our guest is another big bloody win for Gilly. Yep, he has jagged another giant fish. A devastating batsman who Cricinfo described as having minimal footwork but maximum talent. Our guest today smashed test runs at a faster rate than any other batsman in the history of the galaxy. Can you guess who it is? Just wait. Don't guess yet.
It must be a Bazballer.
No, wait. It's not a Bazballer, Vaughany.
Bazballer?
No.
This bloke invented Bazball.
That's right. Hey, let's bring these blokes in. You've heard their voices already. Let's not waste any time. Firstly, an Englishman who is the 46th fastest international batsman to 3,000 runs. It's Michael Vaughan.
Yes, Vaughany.
Top 50.
Next.
Top 50. That's what it's about.
Next, an Australian who has the 37th highest ever 8-wicket test partnership with 135 runs with Brett Lee, Adam Gilchrist.
Love Binger.
And finally, Ollie Silverton, whose batting records I could not find, despite a vast search. Gents, hello, welcome. How are you all? Gilly, let's start with you. You are at the Crick Buzz Cafe.
I am indeed. It's a haunt that Vaughany knows only too well. He's been parading around these premises for many more years than I have. It's been my debut series over here, and geez, what a crew! What a great bunch to work with. Gee, we do everything but talk about cricket. It sounds a bit like a podcast. We enjoy tequila, we enjoy fellowship and fun, and an odd dabble in a little bit of cricket. But look, I know you want to get around the grounds and get a little update from where we've all been since the wonderful Rohit Sharma was with us, but we can't waste any more time because there's a vacant seat sitting next to me, and our special guest is going to fill that right now because he's just waltzed in to the studio. Come on down.
What immaculate timing.
Good. How are you, Gilly?
Good to see you.
Finally, we are sitting together.
Let me introduce you know the face there in that silly hat down there, don't you? This
Oh, my eyes is very weak, but I can recognize this guy, who speaks very fast English.
Hey, Viru.
He never bowled fast, but he speaks very fast.
I bowled a few deliveries to you. I think you hit most of them for 6. But just to let you know, this hat that I'm wearing, this is a Duckett bucket hat. So Ben Duckett, because he's a global superstar, I don't know if you've got your own range of hats, but Ben Duckett, these are his hats.
So this is not the right platform to promote, no? If you want to promote, you can go and sit on the skies. Sky broadcast.
What do you reckon?
Because Indian people will not buy this Ben Duckett duck.
So no, that's right, Vaughany. You shouldn't be promoting that hat. This is the hat we need to promote here, and this is for you, Viru. This is
lovely.
For any guests that come
brilliant.
on. Right? It actually didn't fit on Rohit Sharma's head. It was too small. He's getting such a big head these days. But rip the labels off and rip into that, mate. That's for you. But the other chaps we got here, left of screen, that's Ollie. He's our erstwhile producer, stroke statistician, guru, social entrepreneur. In fact, he's been very active socially lately, and he's we've got some news, a little update on his social life.
Yeah.
And then the professor, he's our GK, our anchor. Yeah. So
hi, Ollie, and hi, Professor. How are you?
Hi, Viru. I'm good, thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Viru, I've written a little intro for you. Do you mind if I hear you with a little something I've written?
That should be not less than 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to have to do a rewrite.
I live in India, and I'm used to introduction of minimum 15 minutes. So I
Okay.
gave you only 5 minutes.
Professor,
Only 5. That's very kind of you. I'm going to.
Professor, please just go and do it for about 8 minutes to see what you've got.
No, I
I'll
love
just.
to love to hear that more than 8 minutes even. In
I'll
India,
just.
wherever I go, whatever corporate talks or whatever podcast I do, so the minimum 15 minutes they'll talk about that introduction. So you now stage is yours.
Hang on.
Okay, great. So I
Hang on.
just
Just
need
before
to.
you go there, you mentioned your guest speaking and your court. Are you charging us your full fee for this?
Of course,
Oh, Jesus. Hang on. Let's
of
call this
course,
off.
Gilly.
Pull the plug out quick. Pull the plug out.
We've got that much in the bank, Viru, don't worry.
I never left my home without any payment,
That's right. That's
without a
right.
single penny. So it will cost you good amount of dollars.
All right. Make the intro good then, Prof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll take you the Indian courts.
Oh, okay. Well, if I'm going to end up in an Indian court, I want this to be good, so I look good in the court. Here we go. Tonight, we are joined by a man who made a ton with the Little Master on debut, a man who holds the record of most Test double tons for an Indian cricketer, a man who was just 7 runs shy of becoming the first batsman to get a trio of triple tons, and a man who says his ultimate cricketing highlight was knocking over Adam Gilchrist's leg stump at the Wacker in 2008. Please welcome Virender Sehwag.
Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely. Thank you.
I was a little bit
That was
short,
the best
Viru. I
intro I've
apologise.
ever heard.
That was 24 seconds, Pro.
I haven't finished. And the man who also, yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. My apologies, Viru. Viru, do you want to start there? Can you talk us through that wicket when you dismissed the great Adam Gilchrist?
Yes. He was not the only one. No? I got Jack Callis, I got Ricky Ponting, Matthew Hayden,
Put them all in
I
the
got
pocket.
Hashim Amla, I got Kevin Peterson. So I got big wickets. I'm a big fish.
You were. You
Yeah.
went hunting for the big fish and
So-
got them. 40 Test wickets. What was your most satisfying? Out of that?
Yours?
Yeah, thanks. That's good to know.
Because I still remember that Anil Kumble gave me the ball in at Waka, and he said that I need only 4 or 5 over from you because my fast bowler is tired and you just bowl dot balls. I said okay, then I don't need any slip or short leg or sleep point, so I'll bowl into his legs and give me 6 fielder on the leg side. So Gilly just defend 1 or 2 ball and then he couldn't hold himself and he tried to play a sweep shot and I got his leg stump. And after that, I was like on the moon. I said, wow, that was the wicket I was looking for. And I got it in test match at Perth. I never imagined that I can bowl Gilly out at Perth. In India, maybe, yes, but not in Perth.
Faced some of the most petrifying fast bowling in history at the Wacker, and I get out to his pies. Can you believe that?
I think
It's like Vaughany got Sachin Tendulkar at Nottingham.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes.
Viru. I'm glad you've mentioned that. We don't mention that enough
Here we
on the
go.
podcast. I mean, I have the ball here on the wall. Viru, let's not talk about your bowling. I'm interested about your batting. While I've got a nut in my throat, I might have to just try and get rid of it. How did you become that swashbuckling Bazballer at the top of the order?
How means? I was born with the talent.
Is that
Good
it?
answer.
Of course.
Well, so
I started playing cricket when I was like young, and I was playing with tennis ball cricket, and I was playing 4 over a game. And in those 4 over, I was chasing 60 run, 50 run, 70 runs, and I chased successfully all the time whenever I batted second. So that mindset was there since I was a kid, and I took it cricket seriously after my 10th board exam. So I pass out from the 10th, and then I thought that okay, I can take cricket. I go to coaching and play with the cricket ball, and that's how I started playing with the cricket ball. And I was lucky enough that I played everything within 1.5 years. So 97 I went to the trials for under 19, picked for under 19 Delhi State, played for Delhi, and then picked for North Zone in India, and then picked for under 19 Indian team. Then I came back from there and then played for first class game, score 100 in first game, second match 100 against Punjab and Haryana. And then I picked for North Zone for Drip Trophy, the biggest trophy in India in domestic level. And then I played for India in 1st April 99. So my debut under 19 is 97 October, 98 World Cup in January, 98 October, first class cricket debut. 1st April 99, I played for India. So that called talent
Wow.
converted into performance.
So, Vera, what year? How old were you when you played your first hardball game of cricket?
I was like 17.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. So
So
that's
I passed out
incredible.
from 10th standard when I was 16-year-old boy, and then I took it cricket seriously. So I thought that I'll go and take some coaching on cricket. My coach used to taught me the basics, but I didn't learn much basics because I thought that basics is required for who wants to defend the ball. But you need a skills to hit the boundary and sixes, and if you want to score runs, you need different kind of skills rather than work on your basics.
But you
I
still
had
had a sound forward
yes,
defence. You
yes,
could defend a good ball.
yes, I
So
had.
did a coach ever say this is how you're meant to do it,
But
or did you just observe and learn that?
no, I observed and learned because he was teaching me how to play defensive shot, how to play forward defense, back foot defense, how to leave the ball. When I playing under 60, not under 60, under 19 cricket, I played 3-day game first time. So before that I was playing a lot of 40 over game, 20 over game, because in Delhi there is a club culture is you play 20 over tournament and you play 40 over tournament,
Mm.
and in those 40 over or 20 over tournament you cannot defend the ball, you cannot leave the ball, you have to score the runs and you need the skill to score the runs. So that's how I develop my skills to score the runs rather than defending the ball or
Mm.
leaving the ball.
Viru, you were a devastating batsman at the top of the order, coming in opening. I'm sure Gilly, Vaughany can attest to them fearing you when you came out and scored at a great rate. What does it feel like now when you listen to England carrying on about how they've reinvented the game of cricket with this thing called Bazbollocks? Bazball. You,
Really? They
yeah.
are they are claiming that.
Yeah.
I think
Vaughany, did you want
they
to
got a
take
success
credit?
after a long time. That's why.
No, no, it's not just obviously recreating cricket, Viru. They are saving the planet.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more than
Oh
just
my God.
more
No,
than just the aggression.
they England invented the cricket and they won the World Cup in 2019.
2019. Well,
Took
they
took
drew a World Cup
took so
final.
many years,
Hmm.
and they whenever they got a test win, Ashes win, or against India win, they shows that they won the World Cup.
Hmm.
But that's
I
the
don't.
culture of England, Indian media or English, board or English players. But now trend is changing. Now everything is coming to India because if they want to earn money, they'll come to IPL. So they don't want to play Bazball in England. They want to play IPL in India,
That's
They're
yeah.
all
and that's the fact.
That's
Top player of England, so they don't want to play their 100 ball, or they don't want to play their test matches while IPL is going
Hmm.
Do you see a time where Indian players will ever be able to go and access other leagues?
on. No, why? Don't need. We are rich people. We don't go to poor countries.
Like England. Yeah.
Because I still remember that when I was like retired from Indian team,
Yeah.
not retirement, I got dropped, and then I was playing IPL, and then
Yeah.
I got offer from Big Bash that I should
Mm.
take a participate in Big Bash,
Yeah.
and I said that okay, how much money you're offering? They said some $100,000. I said I can spend that much money in my holidays.
We spent that much on
Yeah,
tequila last
so
night.
absolutely. Last night bill was more than $100,000.
So were you
So
two?
there's
What
no
time were you?
point going out for 1 month playing Big Bash or 100, where you get only that $100,000, maybe $200,000. If you talk about millions, yes, then I'm interested. Otherwise, no. So once I got a call from the Sky Sports, Sky Broadcast. They said that we love to have in our panel. I said, but you can't afford me. He said, no, no, give me your price. I said, you can't afford me. They said, no, please give us the price. Then I said, okay, £10,000 a day. They said, yes, you're right. We can't afford you.
That's not bad. I gotta ask you two. You sent us a picture, Gilly, last night of you two with a rather large bottle of tequila. What's
Yeah.
going on in a hotel room? At 3, 4, 5 a.m. with you two drinking a bottle of tequila? Are you analysing the game
Not
for the
we
next
two. We have
night?
a friends who
There's a group.
We had a group of friends who were drinking tequila and all.
We get on well, but we're
So
not
we
that
are-
cozy.
Yeah,
that
we were
just-
there for stories. We were not there for tequilas.
It was just
Are you-
fellowship. The fellowship
Fellowship.
that tequila brings, and
Are you
and just,
talking about cricket?
revisiting old times.
Ah, nice.
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry,
That makes
Ollie, I've
perfect
cut you
sense.
off a few times there, mate.
No, I was just, I was basically going to say there's no coincidence that, Viru, you were saying you were 16, 17 when you moved to the hardball. That was 94, 95 when Ben Duckett was born. So we know he's sort of your inspiration behind batting. And I asked Ravi Ashwin the same thing. Is your off spin, we're talking about your wickets, Michael Vaughan played just 2 years before you for his debut in Test match cricket. Is that someone you looked up to when you were tweaking the ball and getting those Test wickets?
Not really, because that time I didn't know even who was the Michael Vaughan. When I debut my for my country, or when I was playing cricket seriously, because I was watching just Tendulkar, so I was not watching anybody else. Even I don't remember that whenever he played against South Africa, England, Australia, who were the batsman or who were the bowler. Later on, when I played under 19 World Cup or played first class cricket, then I recognizing the names and all that, because my first memory with the international cricketer, that when I played the India A versus Australia A in Los Angeles, and Adam Gilly was part of that team, and that time I started recognizing international players. Before that, I was very much focusing on Tendulkar, Dravid, Ganguly, Azharuddin, Jadeja. They were the heroes, and I was watching them, and I hardly watch England bat or Australia bat or South Africa bat. I was just watch India bat and then move on and go and play game of cricket in my uh, school or wherever in the ground. So
That was 1999, Australia A versus India A in Los Angeles. The cricket pitch was more like a lawn bowls green, and Brett Lee was bowling. This is just before he was pushing for Australian selection, so he was bowling like the wind. And mate, I was scared wicketkeeper, and these poor blokes were fronting up, getting peppered pillar to post. It was some of the most vicious bowling and well, courageous batting I'd ever seen. But
Sean Tate.
Sean
Right.
Tate, it was. But the footnote to that was we had Paul Hogan came to the ground. Alan Border was our team manager, and Paul Hogs just came down and hung out in the change rooms for a day at the cricket, which was unbelievable. Crocodile Dundee.
No.
No, don't know him. He's a bit of a film star down Australia way. But
Okay.
see, that's if you come to the Big Bash.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the money. What about the cultural experience you get? You come and wrestle crocodiles and.
No, but I'm ready to come and do the commentary now because
yeah.
I'm retired.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I'm not sure we're going to get £10,000 a day for you, but we'll see how we go.
I've just found that scorecard you've mentioned there. 1999, September 16. Gilly opening, out for 6. Bowled Ganesh, caught Laxman. Australia all out for 129. Damien Martin and Corey Richards top scorer, and then Virender, I've got you. You're batting at 7, but you hit the winning runs. I think 12 not out. All of them were boundaries off 9 balls to chase down the score. So there you go.
That was the only game we won, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 5-game series, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we
So
flew
we were-
out. We had to fly. You got called up to
Yeah,
India, didn't
yeah.
you? And I was flying back
Yeah.
early too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
It was not those wickets were not good to bat on, man.
No,
it was
no, it
dangerous.
wasn't much
fun.
But because our coach was Shrikant, and he forced us to play on those wickets.
Yeah. We said, look, we'll get Binger to bowl off half a run up, and we'll use an old ball and just take it easy. Someone's going to get killed. And Chris Shrikant goes, no! He goes, you are offending us. No way. We are getting in there. That's all right for the coach. He's not having to bat. But these boys are going, no, call it off. But anyway, Vaughany.
Hey, Vera, you obviously opened with Sachin for a number of years, strolling out with the little master. Do you take credit for everything that he achieved in his career? Because you obviously were at the other end talking to him.
Why I should take credit, man? No, then I should take credit from you also, na, when you bowled to Sachin Tendulkar, because I was that other end.
You learn quickly
Yeah.
that there's a thing called sarcasm that comes out of
Yes,
this bloke's
I know,
mouth.
I
So, yeah.
I
give it back
know,
to him, but-
I know. I'm not following Vaughany on Twitter and Instagram, but I got to know about my friends that Vaughany is doing such things. You should follow or you should reply to. I said no, he's a dear friend. I can't reply to him. No, but so whoever Tendulkar started in '89, and everybody who was growing up or playing cricket, Tendulkar was the hero, and everybody wants to play like Tendulkar. And when I joined the Indian team in 91, 99 or 2000, so people and media were comparing me with Tendulkar. Sehwag look like Tendulkar. He's playing like Tendulkar. He'll be the next Tendulkar. And it's easy to get that attention that, oh wow, everybody's praising me like I'm a second Tendulkar. But it's very difficult to perform like Tendulkar. You can look like Tendulkar, play like Tendulkar, maybe one or two inning, but you cannot perform like him consistently. You cannot score 100 hundreds. You cannot play 200 test matches. You cannot score so many test or one day runs. So then I changed my stance. Then I changed my batting style because I don't want to look like Tendulkar. I want to look like a Sehwag, and it was a big change for me, and it worked for me. So if I didn't change it, then people will still saying that, oh, he's a Tendulkar, he's second Tendulkar. So you have to make your own name rather than doesn't matter, you have so many heroes, but you cannot look like your heroes. You have to make your own name, and that's how I changed my stance. I changed my backlift and everything.
That's interesting. So, what, back lift or your
everything,
feet position?
everything.
Really? What age was that? Had you played for India?
Yeah. I was playing for India. I scored second fastest 100. My first 100 was the second fastest 100 for India. So Azharuddin scored on 69 balls and I scored on 70 balls. And that time was commentator and media and everybody was after me that, oh, we found another Tendulkar. So then I have to change it because every night I was sleeping and I was thinking that, oh wow, I'm in second Tendulkar. But then I realized that I cannot perform him because after my 100 there was 10 innings I didn't score runs. If I'm a Tendulkar or second Tendulkar, then I should score consistently. So then I realized that I am not the second Tendulkar. Let me be first Sehwag, and that's how I changed my stance, back left, head position, a lot of stuff.
Hey, Ollie, I've got another scorecard for you to look up, if that's okay, because we spoke about Viru's one opening batting partner, which was Sachin, but there's another one that he opened with, which was Adam Gilchrist. So in 2014, I think it was 2014, the 150th anniversary of the MCC, Gilly and Viru played on Vaughany's team, and you two got to stroll out to the crease together. Was that fun, Viru?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I still remember that we hardly discuss anything, but after Gilly hit a four, I said, "Oh man, nice shot! Is that next to your turn?" That what we discussed. That's it.
I just wanted to get one glove punch and one bat tap. They come in and tap the bat. No, that was enough for me. I got out pretty soon after. But remember that game, it was sort of two World 11s mixed up, wasn't it?
Yes.
Sachin captain of one, Vaughany captain of the other. And I said to the organisers, love to play, but I'd really like to be in Vaughany's team because I'd love the chance to wicket keep to him one more time because it was the best thing I did in cricket was to wicket keep Shane Warne. And perfect. Lord's packed house. So you get to open the batting with him. Beautiful. The day can't get much better. Getting ready to wicket keep, batted first, wicket keep to Vaughany in the second half of the day until Binger bowls him a beamer and breaks his hand. And Vaughany doesn't bowl the ball in the whole game. There's 30,000 at Lord's waiting to see Warne versus Tendulkar. And Binger's taking him out with a flat one.
Yeah,
lucky that people. I think Gilly was lucky that they asked him that, which team he wants to part of. Nobody asked me which team I was part of that. They just gave me that name. You're part of one is team.
Viru, can I ask you, for many, many years, you pretty much dismantled most bowling attacks around the world. Whoever you played, you managed to always get on top. Do you have a favourite bowler or two that you really like to put the sword to?
Many. All the spinners and all that bowler who bowl like Ronnie Rani. So
that's a name I wasn't expecting to come up. Ronnie Rani.
Yeah. So, bubbly bowler.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. So when generally all the teams have a one part-time gentle medium pacers, and I love to face them. Doesn't matter it's a seam bowler or swing bowler where the pace is 120 125. He can't bowl bouncers. He can't get me out on good balls. And whenever I want to, I can smash him.
Whenever you want.
Yeah, absolutely. The best skill, if you have a batting skill, and if you want to hit a boundary, doesn't matter who the bowler are. If you're able to hit it, that means you have a real talent and you can hit a boundary whenever you want to. So I was part of that team when Sachin Tendulkar, Saurav Ganguly, and Dravid were the heroes of our country. And when I watched Tendulkar, so he was telling me that, if you're chasing 200 or 250 or 300 and you cannot hit a boundary when you want it, that means you cannot chase 250 or 300. So I developed that kind of mindset that, okay, if I want to hit a boundary against Glenn McGrath or Sean Pollock or Flintoff, then I have to take on them on a good ball, not on a bad ball, because they hardly bowl a bad ball. So if you hit them on a good ball, then maybe they will give you the bad ball to hit next one, and that's what I did.
Viru, just out of interest, what was it about Ronnie Irani's bowling that you really liked?
He didn't have a pace, man. He was just 150, 115, 120 kilometer per hour. So I played him, paddle sweep, reverse sweep, over mid wicket, over long on. So where I want to, I hit him, I think 4 or 5 boundaries in a row. What happened? I hit a first boundary, and Saurav Ganguly came to me and said that, boy, we got the run for this over. I said, okay, Dada. Second ball again, I hit a boundary. Viru, we got a 2 boundaries for next over also. We got boundaries, so don't take a risk. I said, okay. Third ball, I hit a boundary again. He came to me. I said, well done. 3 boundaries, 3 overs runs comes. Just don't get out. I said, okay. Fourth one again, I hit a boundary. So he came to me and said, are you listening to me or not? I said, Saurav, no, this bowler will not come back in power play. So let me hit 6 boundaries. So we will sort it for next 6 overs. So I hit him, I think 5 boundaries and a double. And after that, he never bowled to me till the time I was there.
Amazing. I'm not sure Ronnie knew here to get a mention. I love that. Now we've talked about your favourite bowler. I now am going to ask you a little question here. We normally do a quiz to end, but I'm going to put in a different one about your least favourite bowler and test your memory. So we have a big fan of the show, Kumara Malakarachi from Sri Lanka, who knew you were coming on, and he sent this through. I'm going to test your memory. In 2010, India needing one run to win, a Sri Lankan bowler overstepped and in doing so lost the game for Sri Lanka. Also, allegedly deliberately did it to deny yourself, who was on strike 99 not out, a century. This player is now a bus driver in Australia, I'm informed by my Sri Lankan friend. Can you name said bowler? Do you remember this?
Suraj Randeep.
Correct. Very good, Suraj Randeep.
Indeed.
Deliberate front foot no ball to deny the century and end the
But he
game.
was, yeah, off spin.
Spinner. Yeah.
But he was not the culprit. Culprit was that, who was keeping behind the wickets? Sangakkara.
What did you tell him to do it?
Sangakkara was constantly telling him that. But I couldn't understand Sinhalese. But later on, Dilshan became my teammates in IPL, and he told me that story. I said it's okay. Doesn't matter you score 99 or 100. Uh, what you want, your team should win the match, and that what happened in that game. And so somebody asked me that, as an opener, you score only 8,500 runs. You missed out, 10,000 runs. I said, if I scored 10,000 runs, so the kind of respect I'm getting, can you change that respect? He said, no. Then what is the point to scoring 2 more thousand runs? So there's no point to score one more run and score 100. And you said that, oh wow, I score 17 one day international 100. So even people will love me for 16 one day international hundreds. So you should be happy what you get. So if you regret all the time, I don't think so. It's
16.
good. Around that 50,
16.
Yeah, 15 or 16.
Good number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you come out for the Big Bash commentary, we'll link you up with Randeep in Melbourne. We'll go out to dinner or something. We can have a chat about it.
He'll take you to the ground on his bus.
But no, Michael, but he has to speak in English, no? Nobody understands his English.
Hey, Viru, obviously the IPL's taking place, and every other day you've seen some outstanding performances, particularly with the bat in hand. It's getting to that stage where we're all talking about our teams T20 World Cup squads, 11s. I'm going to put you on the spot. Give me India's first 11 in the T20 World Cup.
Jaiswal, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar Yadav, Rishabh Pant, Rinku Singh, or Shivam Dubey. Out of those two, one. Bumrah, Mohammad Shiraz, Sandeep Sharma, Kuldeep Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja.
No Hardik.
That's
You
it.
happy with that one?
No,
No Hardik Pandya?
No Hardik.
he should be in the 15.
Yep.
But you ask 11, playing
Yeah.
11, no?
Yep, just the 11. Yeah, they're brilliant. Rishabh's,
Wow.
we're a big fan of Rishabh on this podcast. Big fan.
Yeah.
And what about MS Dhoni? Didn't you yesterday say he should be in the squad?
No, he's retired. MS Dhoni is retired. We discussed on the show that, our producer was cheeky on that. Dinesh Karthik made a statement. I said, Dinesh Karthik made a statement doesn't mean that he should be part of that World Cup 11 or World Cup team, T20 World Cup team. So no doubt he played well. But MS Dhoni is also playing well. So you should take him also if you're taking Dinesh Karthik, because both were there in T20 World Cup for the first T20 World Cup, which won by India. And because of them we won the World Cup. So take them again, both of them. So maybe we will win the World Cup again.
You should
That was a joke in Hindi.
Can we also ask you, Viru? We've each picked players. We at the start of the IPL, we picked our favourite bowler and our favourite batsman to see if we could pick who gets the orange hat and the purple hat. Ollie, he picked Sam Curran as was it to be the leading wicket taker, Ollie?
And is he in third place right now? He absolutely is. Yeah, it was to be leading wicket
I
taker.
wanted to ask you, do you think Ollie's choice of Sam Curran is a good choice?
Ollie is sitting there because of all of us. Sam Curran is there because of their owners, not because of that coach and captain.
Well, you don't reckon he should be in the team?
No. He's like Ronnie Rani. But tell me that if you're playing for your country, if you're a first choice of your country, so then I can understand you're playing for your country regularly. He's not playing regularly T20 tournament or one day tournament for England, and he picked by Kings 11 Punjab or Punjab Kings, paid him $2 million, which is fine. But if the guy who's not able to play consistently for his country, and you are giving him chance in IPL, and IPL he's not able to bowl 4 hours in a row or 4 hour in every game, he cannot bat at a particular number. He just keep changing opening 4, 6, 7. So basically, whoever get injured or whoever the place is empty, so they'll put him there. So if you are a $2 million player, your performance should be either you can bat and win games, either you can bowl and win games. But he's not able to do that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So
Wow.
I'm not looking at this way that he's getting $2 million. I'm looking at that if I bought a player, doesn't matter his price is $1,000 or $100,000 or 1 million. At least he can win you a game. When you pick the Australian team or Indian team or England team, you picking the guys who can win you the games, not fill the spot. So in podcast, we need a guy who can fill the spot. But in cricket team, we don't need the player who can fill the spot.
Yeah, it's an interesting take on it, an angle on it. Slightly more successful than my pick for leading wicket taker. I went with Mitchell Stark. He's not exactly racing up the charts to the purple cap at the moment, but he might come back.
But last game, he got a hit 3 6s.
Yeah,
And then the way he took that catch, cotton ball,
yeah,
and the way he defended 3 runs in 2 balls, that was incredible.
wins the game.
Wins the game. Don't look at that. He gave 55 runs in 4 overs, but at least last over they needed 21 runs, and he won the team for 1 run.
I think it was 50.
Win is win.
Yeah, I think it was 55 off 3 overs, in fact. But anyway, yeah, that's what I used to always say to my bowlers in T20. They could get hit for 20 and over for 3 overs, but have to come back and win the game for you. And that's
Absolutely.
exactly what he did.
Absolutely. And when I was a captain, I was telling the owners that if my bowler is taking one wicket, giving 40 run in 3 over or 4 over, I'll rather play him, because the new guy will also give 40 run, but he will not take the wicket.
Yeah.
What is important in T20 format is take the wicket. Doesn't matter on full toss, on short pitch, slower one, good ball, bad ball. You have to be bowler who can take wickets.
Mm.
Then only you can stop the runs. Otherwise, there is no chance.
Hey, Viru, I've got to go in a couple of minutes, but I'm going to just ask you one question that I'd be interested with
You
your
are the
thoughts.
only one who's asking question, Michael.
Yeah,
Give
well,
them.
it's because
Give them.
I've got to piss off to the English coldness, so I've got to get out there. I'm going to ask you one. Where is cricket heading? Tell me what cricket's going to look like in 5 years' time.
Heading in right direction towards India.
All roads to India.
Absolutely.
Is
So
that a
if we,
good thing? Is that a healthy thing for the game?
absolutely, because if you look at that, we are paying Australian board, we are paying South African board, we are paying to English board, and the 10% of the income of the IPL is going to these three boards. And if IPL is getting bigger and bigger, their amount is getting bigger and bigger. So we are feeding all the boards, which is good for the cricket. So if wherever we go, like if you go to West Indies, so West Indies will get good amount of money for TV rights, for sponsorship and everything. So because of Indian team is going West Indies, Sri Lanka, or playing against Pakistan or Bangladesh, or so they are getting good money because of Indian team is coming regularly there. So it's everything is going towards India. So cricket is in I think going in right direction. So
And Test cricket, Viru, I'd be interested on your thoughts on
it
Test
it
cricket.
will stay. It will stay, Michael. There is no chance. Every single cricketer who play IPL wants to play Test cricket also. There are only very few who wants to play only IPL or only T20 tournament, but most of them play the test format, because Test format is the best format. Maybe in future you will see that there is a less one day cricket, but I don't think so. Test cricket will go down.
What was it? You debuted and finished against Pakistan, didn't you, in one day cricket, I think?
My debut game was, yes, against Pakistan,
And
1st
and
April
you've
99.
yeah. What's that experience like? Rohit Sharma said last week on this podcast he would love to play more cricket and play Test cricket against Pakistan. What was that? What's that? Take us into a day of an Indian cricketer against Pakistan, the rivalry and the excitement around it.
I think it was the biggest rivalry in cricket world, because we both can speak the same language, and we both want to tell that we are bigger team. We are, uh, we can beat India, and Pakistan say we can beat India, and India said we can beat Pakistan. So we both are uh, want to prove that we are better than each other,
Hmm.
because India Pakistan were one, and after that 1947 we became two.
Yep.
So both the people of Pakistan or India, they want to prove that we are better in everything. So because of that, our rivalry is so big that, and we can speak the same language, and we can sledge in the same language. My first experience against Pakistan in 1st April 1999, I was like almost 20-year-old boy, and I was walking. The match was happening in Mohali cricket ground, and the moment I entered that ground, after that boundary line rope, so Shoaib Akhtar was standing next to me, and he started abusing me from boundary line to 30-yard circle. And then he called, Afridi, please come and take this guy to that crease and start abusing from 30 yard to that till the time I reached the popping crease or wicket. And I was 20-year-old boy. I never heard the kind of language they told me. It was in Hindi and Punjabi, but what you will say, that sledge they gave me, that I still remember that. And I played only two ball, score one run, so maximum 1 minute I was there, and for 1 minute, the thousands of abuse I heard from Pakistan. And then I got out, I came back, and they said, if I get a chance again, play against Pakistan, I will give everything back to them.
Load it
I
up.
think that's why my test average against Pakistan is 90. That's why I scored a lot of big runs against Pakistan in test match in 1 days. Just because of that, my first experience was against Pakistan was not good, and I want to prove them wrong, and want to tell the people that I know I can score against the top fast bowling against Pakistan. and I can abuse them also with not my words, with my bat.
Very good.
Viru, I'll see
Very
you
good.
in a few weeks. I've got to get out of here. Gents,
You are coming back here,
I'll be there in May. I'll be there in May for
but
Mumbai to win it.
Crick Buzz people told me that since Gilchrist joined us, our rating is going up,
Oh
and since you
yeah.
left, the rating was down. Since you were here, the rating was down. So actually, you
Stay there.
stay there, be there. We'll come there. No, Money.
I
Sorry,
have, I
sorry,
have,
Money.
I
That was
have to,
joke.
I have to come back for that wasabi prawn. So I'll be
Oh
there.
yeah.
I'll be there in May. Cheers,
Yeah.
guys.
Cheers. Cheers.
See you,
Cheers. Bye.
Skipper. Good night, mate.
Vaughany. I think
Yeah.
is Vaughany selling Ducats buckets at the fair again
He
today?
must be on something. He must be on an earner. He's got to get out of there. I can't believe he's walking out on this. But yeah.
Very good. Hey, Viru, I wanted to ask you just a couple of IPL things. First of all, and this is to you as well, Gilly. Obviously, there was the Virat Kohli dismissal. Let's very simply, was it a no ball? Was it the right decision by the DRS?
I thought watching it happen on TV, as it happened, I thought, oh no, that's over waist high. I thought that's not out. Just the application of why we don't allow waist high full tosses. You know, they can be dangerous if they're quick pace, but then, you know, when they put in the measurement system, which is a technology line decision, they carried out the rule as it is interpreted at the moment. So the correct decision was made to the letter of the law, but my observation to the naked eye and human nature told me it probably shouldn't have been out. But I think the correct decision was made to the law.
Do you reckon the graphic was? Do you think it dipped correctly, or was it a bit sharp, Viru? What do you think?
I think, doesn't matter he was out or not out. If umpire gave you out, you should go. You put your head down and walk towards the dressing room. So that what I learned from Tendulkar. Tendulkar got so many bad dismissals. I never seen Sachin Tendulkar, looking at umpire or reacting or telling something or on asking something. So Virat Kohli cannot change the decision of the umpire. Yeah, he have a full right to ask any question to the umpire. But the way he reacted, I think he should just uh, uh, walk down towards the dressing room, head down and just keep walking. It's okay. Sometimes you get a good decision, sometimes you get a bad decision. So many times Virat Kohli got out and umpire didn't give him. So many times he was not out and umpire gave him out. But that was a human error. So we all can make mistake. So that's what I want to say. That doesn't matter it was no ball or not.
He got fined 50% of his match fee, so about $500,000. So they've got to be careful. He's got a wife and 2 kids to feed, so they've got to be,
That's true,
they
that's
can't
true.
be too blasé with these fines. You don't want him running out of money. He's got a young family to bring up.
I still remember that my first game in IPL, and we bowled short, and there was a 20% fees cut, and I went to my owner, said that I can't pay that 20% fine. He said, "Why?" I said, "Because my salary is in $1 million, and if you cut it, that it goes to in 100,000. So why I should pay? Because all the bowlers bowl
Yeah.
late, and I'm the one who's paying the fine. So you should not. You should save the money."
Well, I think there's Prof. I'm just looking at the rundown here. A couple of people upset with the Kohli dismissal. Michael Vaughan, who had him as top run scorer, he is still obviously leading that. And yourself. So Viru, Prof picked Royal Challengers Bangalore to win it, and they are dead last at the moment, just one spot above my pick of Punjab. But there's one player I want to mention, and again, Gilly picked him. It's Jaswal to be top run scorer. I think I read he was the youngest player ever to get 2 IPL centuries. As someone cut sort of from your mould, how excited are you by Jaswal at the top of the order? Because it's something very special in all formats.
He even Crick Buzz asked me to pick that guy who can take the orange cap this year. So I mentioned that Yashasvi Jaiswal name. So the way he was playing against England, and before that he was in good form, I thought that he will carry this form in the IPL format, and he will take that orange cap. But in first few games he didn't score runs because he was trying to hit boundaries on good balls, and he was playing some stupid shots. But if you look at the last inning, he scored 100. He was playing just cricketing shot, normal cricketing shot, and with that he scored 100 in 60 balls, which is absolutely fine. So he's the next superstar of India.
Yeah.
Yashasvi Jaiswal is the next superstar of India. If he's keep his head down and just focus on his skills, he will be the next superstar.
Hey, mate, we're jumping around a little bit because there's so much we could cover with you. And I want to get to some of your TV advertisements because
Yeah,
yours
yeah,
were always the best,
yeah.
back from the Raymond's days
Wow.
to the most recent one with Ravi Shastri. Jesus, hanging out in a jacuzzi or in a sauna with Ravi.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. But I just want to quickly, I'm going to run down, gents, allow me to indulge this. You know how you go to Quick Info or Quick Buzz or any website and it has the players' uh, list of teams they've played for.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
with Viru, obviously got India and Delhi, Haryana, Leicestershire, Prot over there, Delhi Daredevils, the original captain, rest of the world 11, MCC, Kings 11 Punjab, and then that mighty team called Sachin's Blasters.
Yes.
Do you want Sachin's Blasters? Where and when was that in the US?
Yes. Sachin and Shane Warne
Ah,
started that All Star League.
the All Star League, right?
Yeah. So that was Sachin Blasters.
World Cup's going into the US. You'd have colleagues, friends in the US, expat Indians who live there. Do you see the game exploding there? Do you see it becoming a legitimate sport in that space?
Yes, because they started their league also, major cricket league in America, and then all the owners were Indian, and there are a lot of Indian, Pakistani, Sri Lankan, South Africans. They moved to America to play
Mm.
that league, and they can play for USA team also. So they are actually developing cricket, and there's so many cricket grounds in America because I got
Mm.
opportunity to open so many cricket academies in US, in North, in East,
Yep.
in West. But the only issue is that only India, Pakistanis or Sri Lankan or Bangladeshi or English or South African or New Zealander, they are playing cricket there at the moment.
Yeah.
So that the population of America, the Americans are not playing
Yeah.
cricket. They are
Yeah.
playing baseball and other sports. So the moment they start playing and they are catching up with the game of cricket, then only you will see that big development in America. Otherwise, all the time you need some Indian, Pakistani, Sri
Yeah.
Lankan or New Zealander or Australian to be there to
Yeah.
play cricket,
Got
and
to get the
or
local born
maybe,
and bred playing it.
yeah, because I discussed with my family that I don't know, let's move to New Zealand or move to somewhere where my kids can grow up and get the citizenship and they can play very quickly for that country, because I know, so if they want to play cricket, so they will have some kind of talent, so they can play easily in New Zealand and Australia rather than India, because India has a big competition. Like my son just went to play under 16. 1,000 kids came for trials, so out of 1,000 you pick only 20. The
Oh
process
my.
is for 6 months. So if you want to see the 1,000 kids for each and every one, it will take at least couple of months to see that okay, who's doing what.
Yeah.
So the competition in India is so much that so many kids wants to play cricket, and it's not easy to come up and play first class cricket or under 19 or World Cup or play for India. It was very difficult. But if my kids born in Australia, in New Zealand or in South Africa or England, the competition is not there that much, so they
Yeah.
can play easily. If you look at the Australian structure or New Zealand or English structure, so if you have a talent, you can easily play under 19 and then first class cricket and then for country. But in India, there are so many cricketers. So one team, like I'll give you example of Delhi. So Delhi Ranji Trophy first class team this year, 30 boys played. There's so much talent in Delhi to under 20 T20 tournament, ODI tournament, and 4-day tournament. So 30 cricketers played for Delhi this year on different formats,
Mm.
and there are 60 or maybe 100 kids who are as good as those 30 cricketers who couldn't get chance to play first class cricket this year.
Yeah. How's the
Goodness
young
me.
fella going?
Good. He played under 16 and score some 280s on 250 balls. I said,
Is
man,
he is he
he's a
bit
right-hander
a
opener.
blocker? Is he?
Yeah, he's a right-hander batsman opener, born in wrong family, because 280 balls he scored just 80 runs
280 balls.
and scored just
Oh,
83.
retire him. Get him off.
Yeah.
Get him
So
off.
I told him at least you can score 200 in 283 balls.
Bring the impact player in. Jeez.
But he wants to score runs. He said, no, I was very careful. The outfit was slow, this and this. So he was giving me excuses. I said, no. No excuse. I can't take that.
Good on him.
But yes,
That's
come
good.
back
Must
to
be
the
good.
America. So American kids should play a game of cricket. Then only you will see that the
Growth.
cricket
Yeah.
growth in America. Otherwise, this Indian families or Pakistani or Bangladeshi families, their kids will play. They play for short period of time and then that's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Viru, we are running short on time here. I know that you guys need to get to work at Crick Buzz, but I'm sure you've seen on our show, Viru, that we like to finish with a bit of a quiz based on our guest.
Yeah.
Ollie is the quiz master. I will hand it over to you now, Ol.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, just before I get to it, we can compliment Vaughany because he doesn't watch this back. We mentioned his pick of Kohli. He also mentioned Yadav has 10 wickets off 5 games, and Chahal, he mentioned just before him, is leading and took his 200th first person ever. So very good. But I've just done a bit of a research, and I think I know where Vaughany's gone. If you can see his screen, he's left something just on there. And what that is actually this book, Is Your Mind Fit for Golf? So I think we know he's gone for a lesson, and he's obviously. So we will ask him how his lesson's gone after
Jesus.
today, because a bit of a
One of the
giveaway.
biggest names in world cricket as a guest, and Vaughany's going to hit bloody golf balls.
I know, and is his mind fit for it? We'll find out next week, I'm sure.
No.
But let's get into this quiz. I will still include Vaughany, but this is the first time we've had just two of you against each other side by side. So obviously no copying workings. Okay, number 1. What is higher, Viru's Test batting average and strike rate combined, Gilly's Test batting average and strike rate combined, or Vaughany's T20 international strike rate and average combined?
Your average.
My average-
Test, was that test?
You're
Test for
talking
you
about
too.
Michael won.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are better than him.
Yeah,
But
so
it's
they put
his-
a line through his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going Viru, Gilly. Viru, are you going yourself?
Test batting average and strike rate.
Combined. Yeah.
Well, you were above me in both those.
Doesn't mean that we have to write all the time, right? No.
No, that's
So if
true.
I give an answer and I'm not right, it's okay, no?
That's okay.
Of course.
It's okay.
That's fine. Then
Yeah.
my test
Yours.
average and strike rate is better than Michael Vaughany T20 average and strike.
And my
Okay.
stats.
So you two were very close.
I can take responsibility. I can take responsibility of mine, not Gilly's.
So, yes, Gilly, you were a very impressive average of 47.6, strike rate of 81.95, which gave you 129.55. Just ahead of you is an average of 49.34 and a strike rate of 82.23. Viru at 131.57. But in his two T20 internationals, Vaughany averaged a massive 13.5 with a strike rate of 122. So he has 136, and he is the highest. No points.
We'll edit
There
that
you
out.
go.
Don't we? We'll cut that. That'll hit the edit room floor. That.
Okay. Number
Vaughany
2.
will come back with a good answer. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Number 2. What is higher, Vaughany's first class runs or Viru's?
First class.
Mm.
Mine. Any day.
Viru's going, Viru.
I'm going with him too.
Because test cricket comes in first class cricket.
Yeah.
It does. So we have Viru 14,683, but with 70 more games, Michael Vaughan 16,295. But
Really?
your
He was that
average,
good.
Viru, your average of 47, Vaughany's 37. So there you go.
Ah, yeah.
Overall, yeah.
This was not a quiz for Vaughany to miss.
How many-
He's
How
doing
many
really
matches
well.
did he play?
How many balls did he face? 47,000?
Yeah,
Maybe
genuinely,
50?
it genuinely is too many. It doesn't tell me that. It's 468. 468
The
innings.
zeros, you can't, you don't, you weren't able to count the zeros in Vaughany's bowling.
Amazingly, you had exactly the same amount of first-class centuries, 42 each, as well.
Well, there you
There
go.
you go.
He was not bad.
Number 3, what is higher? Gilly's Test stumpings, Viru's Test wickets, which I think has been announced already by Gilly, or Vaughany's Test 50s and centuries combined? So, test stumpings for Gilly, Viru's test wickets, the big names he's got out, or Vaughany's combined 50s and 100s?
I think one is 50s and 100s.
Yeah, I'm going that
But
too.
you already said that 40 first class game, 47 first class 100s, right?
So just test match, yeah, 50s and 100s, just test match.
Test match 50s and 100s.
Test match, he must
Combined.
be score 15.
You got 1800s, I reckon.
Who?
Vaughany.
1800 plus maybe 25 50s.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go Vaughany.
You're both going Vaughany? I think the score's 0-0, is that right?
Yeah.
Prof?
No, I'm not going with
It
mine.
is
You're
0-0.
not.
No,
You're
I'm going with my wickets.
40 wickets.
42.
40 wickets.
Um,
Okay.
We have
42 test wickets.
4-0.
4-0.
4-0.
4-0 test wickets.
Yeah.
We have
So
Vaughany,
20,
18 centuries and 18 50s for 36. We have
That's you.
37 stumpings for
Yeah.
Gilly, and we have 40 wickets for Viru, who takes the lead in the quiz.
Hey.
There we
There
go.
you go. 1-0.
No, okay, what is higher, Viru's top test score or Gilly's top first class and T20 score combined?
What is your first class? Your test cricket comes in first class. He's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
double 100.
Yeah. And my what highest T20 score?
T20 and first class combined. I love Viru. Those listening, Viru's looking at Gilly, trying to work out.
I'm working out for Gilly. So how much is score in test cricket?
I'm going me.
You're going, okay, Viru, who are you going?
319's the number for him, isn't it?
Yeah, 319 is my number. So I'll go with Gilly. I think Gilly
Viru,
scored more.
319. Gilly had 204 in the test, and then his highest T20, 109 for 313. It's Viru, no marks.
What about it?
See.
What about it?
What about it? Okay, so still 1-0. Okay, last question. What is higher?
Last one.
Vaughany's test bowling strike rate, Viru's T20 strike rate, or Gilly's T20 international strike rate? Vaughany's bowling.
What was Viru's
Viru's
number?
T20.
What was it?
T20 strike rate. Or your,
Strike rate.
yeah, or your T20 international strike rate. And it's also Vaughany's test bowling strike rate. What's the highest?
Strike rate for Vaughany.
Bowling.
Viru batting.
Viru batting.
Yep.
Can you tell me how many overs he bowled in test cricket?
Yeah,
So his strike rate must be 2.
I can. He bowled 978 balls, so that is 150 overs roughly.
Yeah.
I'll go with mine. My strike rate is.
All right.
So we have Gilly's T20 international strike rate 141.66, Viru's T20 strike rate 147.83, and Michael Vaughan's test bowling strike rate 163. It was Vaughany again. That's how many.
Ding, ding, ding.
1-0.
Bagar's belief that he got one through Sachin's defences. That's just unbelievable.
I got confused that my strike rate recently Cricket shows on that 155.
Oh, okay.
I got confused. You said the T20 strike rate. So you didn't mention that international.
T20 international.
Yeah.
As
T20
opposed to
T20, yeah, T20 international. No, IPL is domestic tournament.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So
Well,
T20 international.
you got the win. Congratulations. 1-0, the lowest scoring quiz, but a great win.
Well done. Congratulations, Viru. Our lowest scorer. Thank you, Ollie. Hey, guys, we will leave it there. I know you need to get to work. Hey, Viru, thank you so much for coming and joining us. That was an absolute pleasure. I'll just quickly sell our socials. It's all at Club Prairie Fire, Twitter, X, YouTube, etc. All that's left to do, Gilly, is I'll leave it to you, mate.
Absolutely. I've just got a little beverage here it's just a toast to the guest, generally, mate. And it's not often that we've got the guest sitting right alongside one of us, given how we're all remote. So if you'll allow me just to put just a little bit.
That's it.
There's a glass there. Now, I know you were very hospitable last night with some fine quality stuff, but this is called a Prairie Fire.
Yeah. So
And
you come here with all the preparation, huh?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we're a
Oh,
professional outfit.
lovely.
And I'm even going to let you. It's 3 drops of that.
Tabasco sauce.
Yeah, Tabasco. And I'll let you have the pleasure. That there is a Carlton Football Club drinking vessel. That's my beloved Carlton Blues back home.
Okay.
I've got a young Italian lady in a bikini, but I'm not sure how that came about. Anyway, mate, absolute delight to see you and have you on the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Gilly.
guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, Viru. Cheers, Gilly.
Very spicy.
Yeah. Well, we're in the land of spice.
Yeah.
Give it a minute. Just give it a minute. Don't judge it too early.
No.
Anyway, but just before we sign right off, one last thing I did say I was going to make reference to it. Ollie, tell me about this. What is this?
I thought we might save this for
I won't
Vaughany.
make up this too long, but
Yes.
a photograph for the listeners out there, a photograph of a good old-fashioned roast dinner. Is that for any particular reason? I saw that on my social media.
Yeah, I'm glad we're doing this without Vaughany, who would have 1,000 other questions. This was the social update, which we'll get to next time. But yeah, it was the soft launch officially from Maddie's Instagram account of me as a real human. So thanks for those who followed the journey.
So you guys
brilliant.
are officially Madolly? Or your
the Ollie line.
Madolly? Is that what you're going with? That's beautiful, man.
Ollie's been
Congratulations.
single for some time, but he seems like he's found a companion that's happy to help him construct cricket quizzes. So good on you, mate.
But only good to be single, huh?
I met her in person, Viru. She's real. We didn't believe it for a long time, but she does exist. She's not
And she's a huge fan of
fictitious.
you.
All right, hey, let's leave it there, guys. That was Club Prairie Fire. Another amazing guest. Thank you so much, Viru. We will see you next week. Who knows who Gilly will have on this show next week? We'll see you soon.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks for watching. I cannot believe you made the end, but glad you did. Chuck us a like and also subscribe so we can get some sponsors.